Good morning, everyone. This is Dan with Senior Ministry E-Bike Nation. We're going to do probably 15 to 20 mile ride today. We're on the Electric Bike Company Model R today, and we're going to ride up to the Blessing Box, but today I had to take a different direction because they closed the trail on the 19th. And it's supposed to be closed for like 9 months. So I decided to take the back way into the Blessing Box, and hopefully they got the trail open at that point. So we're hoping once we get up there that the trail's not closed on one of the entry points into the trail. So yeah, we're looking forward to that today. Having been filming for the last 2 or 3 days, I had to take a much needed break from videotaping. I always said that I did not want this to become a job. I've already had plenty of them in my life, and I'm retired now. So anyway, I'm gonna stop right here, and we're gonna turn the camera around, and we're gonna let you enjoy the trail here, and we'll be flipping it back and forth once we get to our halfway point, and I'll show you the bike and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera back around. And again, we're going to ride into the back way of the parking lot of the school and stuff, so we can get up to our trail. But it's a pretty nice day today, actually. It's probably 60 degrees out here. Cloudy today. It's supposed to get some rain later today and tonight, so I wanted to get out and get the bike out before it started raining today. So they're talking about showers this afternoon. But I hope you guys have had a good week so far. I've got a lot of gardening done, planting some more seeds in pots and put them on heat mats, and hardening off all my vegetables like my tomatoes and my peppers, hardening them off. So I got all that done last few days, and they're back in the garage under the grow lights, because I don't want to have a lot of wind get into those. Or even still in the pots, and they're 12 to 18 inches high, they're still vulnerable to being broken, being that they're still seedlings. Actually, they're pretty much now real tomato plants. I'm hoping I can get on the trail up here. If I had to get this light to change. Guess I probably should have went up the crosswalk, because I'm not sure it's going to change. Yep, I think I'm going to have to go over the crosswalk. I don't believe it's going to change. This is Friday. Got up to my sister's yesterday and picked some asparagus, which I love, fresh asparagus, especially right out of the garden. I had some last night, and I'm gonna tell you what, that is the best stuff. Asparagus tastes so much better out of the garden than it does at the store. And obviously asparagus is really good for you too. Well, let's see if I can get on the bike trail up here. I don't think they have it closed. So we are going to be able to get on it this direction. I don't know how much farther down the other way that the trail's closed. Coming back, I may see where that goes. There's one other little entry point they just put in up to the bike trail, and I may be able to go into there. So I'll be checking that out when I go back. About time for the bunny wabbits to be running across the trail. We're in pedal assist 4 today. It'll only do 16, 17 mile an hour. This is not a fast bike by no means. It's built for comfort. As I mentioned in previous videos, this is the most comfortable bike I own without a doubt. With the retrofit handlebars that wrap around. The old style looking bike is what it is, and it's also a step through, which makes it very nice. And it's a 26-inch by 3-inch fat tire bike, which is kind of unusual for a 3-inch fat tire. Normally it's 4-inch. But even on a 26-inch frame that this one's on, it's got 3-inch fat tires. It's a fairly heavy bike. But what I like about it the most, it's built in California. Everything is assembled in California. Now, with that said, they get parts and stuff from around the world for this bike, but everything gets assembled in California. They build their own motors in-house, and they build their battery packs in-house. And I want to thank Electric Bike Company for sending this bike to me to review. I'm going to review it a little more here. I probably got 200 miles on this bike so far. So I haven't really gone enough on the bike to give a really good review, excuse me, on dependability and durability of the bike components. But so far, after 200 miles, I've had 0 problems, and I shouldn't have any problems at this point. I'm hoping to get my Cyrusher Komoda out of the shop today. I called them a couple days ago, and they said Friday should be done. So I'm looking forward to getting that back. I've been riding the Zoda, and I've been riding the Aerial Rider last week. I got that out for the first time in about a month. Certainly closer getting to the blessing box going the way I did, because I cut off about 3 miles on the trail that I normally take out of my house. So we're going to stop up here at the blessing box, drop a couple things off. Then we'll head on up to the bridge and do our 20-mile ride today. Might get a little less since I cut off the distance. But I'll stop here and we'll take the camera off the handlebar on the clamp, and not a whole lot into the blessing box today, but we'll take a look at it. Okay, today we're going to be putting in a couple items here, ramen noodles and some moisturizing cream, I guess you call it. And this is the little free pantry. Take what you need, donate what you can, feed the creek. Pretty empty today, but there's several people that donate into this. So, but anyway, that's a couple items we're going to put in there. Of course, I always put ramen noodles, but there's not a whole lot in there today. But anything helps when you're in need. But anyway, let's get back on the bike here and let's head on down the trail. Had to put my bungee strap back on so I didn't lose anything. So now we'll get back on trail. Like I said, I haven't been videoing too much the last few days. Needed to take a break. I mean, I've got well over 260, 270 videos up so far. And until I get some new bikes in or new accessories from manufacturers, I'm going to slow down a little bit, maybe twice a week instead of every 3 to 4 days. I mean, really, there's only so much you can talk about on a bike trail. I think the road riding's a little bit different. When I put up the video downtown the other day, you really got to watch riding on the roads. As I mentioned, you got to have situational awareness and have your head on a swivel, especially when you're riding in traffic. But fortunately, where I live, they have really good bike lanes in the downtown area. Walkers out today. Haven't seen no bikes yet. Probably see a few more bikes once I get up on the trail a little bit. If you guys are wondering where Caleb's been, he's still trying to catch up with his schoolwork. I think he's grounded from e-biking by his mom until he gets caught up. On your left. Thank you. That's one thing I don't like a lot about the EPC bike that I'm riding. It doesn't have a horn on it. I think you have to purchase that separately. But I do like having the throttle on the left side, the thumb throttle, so if I need to take the camera off of the handlebar mount to show you something, it makes it easier to ride the bike. We've come a little better than 3 miles right now. My temperature on my computer on my bike is showing 66 degrees, so still pretty warm. We're supposed to cool down in the upper 50s here for a couple days, and in the nighttime is supposed to still get down in the 30s. So I certainly don't want to get any plants out for at least 2 more weeks. Usually right around Mother's Day is when I plant my garden. You got to make sure that frost is done. I mean, I've probably got maybe $40 worth of gardening stuff I had to buy this year, including fish emulsion and trays and things like that, and seed mixture for the plants, seed starting mix, shall I say. And with me having probably 50 to 55 tomato plants that are really good size right now, and another 25 to 30 pepper plants, if you had to go buy them in the store, it'd probably cost you $250 at least. Especially full-grown, well-established plants. But again, I do it for the fun of it. I'll give a lot of my tomato plants away before I plant, because I can't plant 55 tomato plants, just too many. So I'd rather give them away to my family and friends, and so they don't have to go buy them. And I'll do the same with some of my pepper plants. I'll give a few of them away too. I just planted a lot more flowers. I seeded a bunch of more flowers. Some zinnias and marigolds and snapdragons, bachelor buttons. So I love my gardening. I love to put out flowers. To me, that's like riding this bike. It's therapy. But it gives me something to do since I retired. And I like to do both of them a lot. And gardening, it's just like each year you do it, you find out something a little bit different. This year I'm using all natural fertilizers. I'm not using any fertilizers from the store. I'm doing everything pretty much as organic this year. Even using the fish emulsion for my plants, that's still organic. But I believe I mentioned on a previous video, for a quick nitrogen for your plants when they're still young, I actually take urine, pee, and I take 2 turkey basters and I put that in a gallon of water. And that's how I feed my plants, my tomatoes and my peppers and everything. And that's about as natural as you can get. That's nothing but pure nitrogen. Now, Nitrogen is going to promote growth, and it's going to promote larger plants, obviously. But you also need other things as a natural fertilizer. I take banana peels and I dry them out really well, either in the oven or the air fryer. And they're really crispy time I take the banana peels and I put them in a bucket. And then I put eggshells in there. I dry them out really well to get all the mucus and stuff off the eggshell. Then I'll put them in the air fryer typically, or the oven again, and let them dry really good before I put them into the container, and I put them with the banana peels. And I also take like chicken bones, turkey bones, anything that I have bones left over, that gets dried out as well in the oven. You need to get all the moisture content out of those because you're going to create a mold situation in the fertilizer. And then I mix all those up and I put them in a blender. And then by the time I get done with that, it's almost a powder form of calcium, phosphorus, and of course your banana peels. And it creates a really good root system for your plants. On your left. And that is nothing but a natural fertilizer. Instead of having to go to the store and spend $150 on fertilizer with compost and all that. The problem with the compost and stuff you buy in the bag, it actually takes the nutrients out of the soil. So you've got to put things back in there, different microbes and organisms and stuff, for that soil to replenish itself. You just keep putting a lot of stuff into your garden every year, you're going to deplete all the good stuff that's in the soil. It actually will take it right out of there, and eventually your crops are not going to do well. On your left. So anyway, on my gardening channel, Senior Garden Nation, you'll see that stuff, and I'm going to be videoing all along as I'm planting vegetables, show you how well they're doing. So I'll be doing that pretty much all summer long on the other channel. But I like to talk a little bit about it. If you guys got any questions about gardening that you'd like to know, I'm not an expert by no means, but I've learned from other YouTubers on how to do stuff. So yeah, if you got any comments, put them down there. Not many people on the trail today, kind of surprising. To get into some how-to videos for you guys as far as changing flat tires, that kind of stuff. And Caleb and I will sit down and do a live stream on that someday, and we're gonna start talking about that kind of stuff so we can show you guys how to do some simple bike repairs on a regular bicycle and of course an e-bike. Now it's a little more difficult on an e-bike if you got a say a flat tire on the rear. It's a little more difficult to take that tire off if you want to change it and all that, because you got to deal with that motor and unplug everything into the motor. So that's some of the issues you got to look at. But as far as accessories and stuff that I purchased for the bikes, I'll try to put that down in the description box of all the things I bought. As you can see, as wide as my arms are, I'm going to take this clamp off and I'm going to show you what these handlebars look like. Bear with me a second. As you can see, the wraparound on these, it's a great bike. I just wanted to show that to you. Turn it around, get the clamp back on again. I just want to show you guys the handlebars. Pretty nostalgic for sure. We're going to stop the video up here and start another one up so we can have a couple videos made out of this ride. So once we get up to the stop sign up here, the intersection, I'll go ahead and shut things down and we'll start a new one again. I hope you guys enjoy the shorter videos. I do not have my other camera today. I'm only going to use one camera. So you will not be seeing other split screens and that kind of stuff. So we'll stop right up here and we'll end this video and then we'll create another one, shall we say. Again, this is Dan with Senior Ministry E-Bike Nation. Share and like the video. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys on the next video.